We got a nice push to the upside. We're still not in the clear. We have about 4 seconds to go. 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds, and that is a win. 15-15. Those are the two numbers that you have to remember for this strategy. Now, to set this up, come right over here to the chart settings and make sure that you have the regular candlesticks selected. Choose a 15-second time frame, and then over here on the expiry time, also set this to 15 seconds as well. You can simply just click on S15 and that will change that. And then also make sure you're trading with OTC assets. And the reason why we're using OTC is because, the expiry time is under a minute. And so we have to use OTC to get those shorter expiries. And that's totally fine. A lot of you reach out to me and you ask me, hey, Mark, when do you trade? And, I just trade whenever I want. I don't have to worry about what time it is when I'm trading OTC. So I just trade when I have time. Now for this strategy, we're going to be using one indicator that's going to be the zigzag indicator over here. So just make sure to have that selected. And you should see this orange line where it should be applied over the candlesticks, right? And you can see the zigzag change direction with the price movement. So this is what we really want to focus on here. Now for the entries and exits and all that good stuff, I will cover that and we're going to talk about that, and I'm also going to take some live trades so I can show you how this works, okay? But before we start trading, let's just make sure that we have some type of money management in place, because this is so important, guys. If you don't have the money management, I would say out of everything, out of the strategies, all the strategies that I've talked about, it's really difficult to become profitable with binary options unless you have a really, really good money management system. That's why we use the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. Okay, this is a highly advanced trade manager with mathematical calculations that allows you to win even if you have losses. So you can have multiple consecutive losses and still win. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works right on this video. Also, if you guys want to see testimonials about this, we have a ton of testimonials from users that are using this trade manager with just almost any strategy out there. Even if it's making like a 40% win rate, you guys can become profitable. Now, I've already entered in my initial capital, which is $500 is what I have over here of real money inside a pocket option. I've already done that. So what I'm going to do is just enter the first trade amount that the trade manager gives me. And then so after I do this, then we can begin trading. So that's 181. And I'll come over here, just put that in. So $100, or not $100, but it's $1.81. Now, it may not seem like a very large amount, but what we're doing here is we're compounding our account over time, because you don't want to put in large amounts and then find yourself in a situation where you're trying to make up for losses and you keep using larger amounts to recuperate those losses, and you just sort of like bury yourself in a hole and you can never get out of it, and you blow your entire account. I see this happen all the time, and this is the reason why our members are seeing consistent growth. That's what's important for you. We got screenshots here where you can see that, the trade history from the members that are a part of our VIP group. They just have that consistency. Here's another screenshot. I'm actually going to post some more screenshots today. Here's another one here. The before and after, before members were using the trade manager, and then after they have used the trade manager, and just looking at the compounding from starting with maybe even just a few $100 and turning that into a few hundred or a few $1,000 after it's all said and done. That's the power with this trade manager. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you how to use this strategy. So this is what we call the zigzag strategy. And some of you, if you've been watching this for a while, or you've been on my YouTube channel for quite some time, you know that we have talked about this strategy several times. It's a time-tested strategy. I would say, you're still going to be somewhere around a 50% win rate, 55% win rate. I would say it's not very realistic to go anything more than that. But that's really all you need to become profitable. And there's not a lot of people that know that. They think they have to have a much higher win rate, but actually when it's all said and done, it's all about the money management, which is key, which is going to help you stay profitable. Okay, so now without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in here. What we're looking for here, we're looking for the price, preferably a few candles of the same color breaking out in one direction or the other. Or maybe it's a strong push or pull in the market. So let me just go ahead and browse through here. And you can see how this zigzag line just lays right over the price. And that's exactly what we want. And we could start to see the price pull this zigzag line. You can see that. Look at that. It's happening right before our eyes right here. So this might be a good opportunity. But what must happen is the candle must close with the opposite color. So if the candle's pushing up and it's pushing up green and it closes, the next candle's red and it closes, then I will enter a trade just like I have done there. We've got about 4 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and there you go. So that's how it works. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this one more time. If you see a color candle pushing, it's pulling that zigzag line either up or down, and then all of a sudden there is a new candle which is the opposite color, right? And well, there's only 2 colored candles with trading. So if it's a green candle, you're waiting for a red candle to close. If the red candle closes, you make a sell. If that red candle, or if that candle does not close red and it switches back to green, you wait. Let me go ahead and show you some other examples. That was a pretty straightforward trade. We've already won that, and I can consider this session completed. I can go ahead and add 1 session over on the session counter, completed, and let's go ahead and add our new balance, which is 501.67. Great. Okay, so I'll go ahead and clear this out. The first trade amount is going to be 182, and since we've already, well, actually, there we go. I had 181, and now I'm trading with 182. So you can see how this is slowly growing, and as your balance grows, so does the trade amounts, and this is what you want. Where you were starting with maybe $1 at the beginning, but then all of a sudden, now you're at $3 or $4. Okay? Everybody starts at the bottom. We all start with a very, very small amount, and then we just grow that amount over time. That's what the members are doing inside of the private VIP. Now, that's 182 that I've entered in. I don't change anything else, just the trade amount. Make sure I update the trade manager with the current balance or initial capital that I have inside a pocket option. Once those 2 things are done, then we can go ahead and continue trading. Okay, so let's go ahead and move through here and see what's going on. Okay, so this looks pretty, we've got a nice push here with the 1, 2, 3 large candles. And I'm going to go ahead and just choose something else because I want the candles. If we have a push where there's a series of green candles, I'm looking for a red candle to close right after one of those candles. Okay. And so if we've got several candles that close after the zigzag, like such as what has happened already right here, this has already played out. You can see we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles that have already closed after the zigzag line. Well, it's too late. I want to take that entry after the first candle that closes of the opposite color after that zigzag line. And again, I'm going to show you an example of this. Okay, so let's go through here. I'll give you another one that you guys can take with you. So let me go ahead and this looks decent. You can see it's pushing red, and now it's just flipped around, but it looks like it's flipping back red again. You see that? So it really hasn't, maybe it knows what it's doing, or maybe it's being a little bit indecisive. It hasn't decided which direction it wants to go. This could close on green. There's another, 10 seconds, but there you go. It's decided to flip back to red again. So that's what I mean. And if you see something like that, then you just want to stay out. You don't want to trade the market. But it may have decided, and it may get tired, and if this candle closes green or red, or if it closes green, I'll probably go ahead and enter. If I get a good strong green, and look at that, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. I've just entered, just like that. And so we've got about 10 seconds to go. Now, guys, you're not going to win them all. That's not how the game works. This is a 50-50 game when it comes to binary options. We've got about 2 more seconds to go, and that's a loss, right? So let's go back over to the trade manager. Now, all you have to do is you just have to mark the trade a loss. So just put like a little L in there. And then what the trade manager is going to do, it's going to give you the next trade amount, which is 342. So let's go ahead and enter that in. Before you begin trading again, make sure that you have the correct trade amount entered in to pocket option. Once that's done, you are all set to go. Now you can look for the next setup. Now all I'm doing is I'm switching through the different assets that I have favorited up here inside of pocket option. If you see any assets dropping below 90%, I would just go ahead and remove those off the charts or off of pocket option and replace it with maybe a new one. And the way to add an asset as a favorite, just click on the little star icon right next to the asset or next to the pair in this case, and that will add it up here. So now I can easily get to it. I don't have to keep going back to this menu, okay? And so let's go ahead and look for another setup. I'm going to zoom out. Now, sometimes if you're zoomed in too close, that zigzag line may not appear. So if that is the case, there you go. Now you can see it just pop into the position, and we're pushing down pretty good here. We've got several red candles that are pushing down. So if it's a red candle and it's having a big dump, right? Well, we're looking for a green candle to close, a nice green candle to close. If a green candle does close, a good, strong, healthy green candle, then I will go ahead and enter. But you can see how it's just flipping around from red to green. I don't like that. And so I'm going to go ahead and stay out. Let's go ahead and wait this out and see what it's going to do. If it's going to continue green, then I'll go ahead and switch the chart. Yeah, it doesn't really it's just very undecided. You see what it's doing there? It's flipping back and forth. And it may attach itself to the zigzag line again yep, there it is. So you can see that. Now we do have another chance here, but guys, look at this. It's not consistent. It's just flipping back and forth. Now it's going sideways. Let's go ahead and look for another chart. Okay, so now this looks okay, but the thing is these little bodies of these candles are really small. And so I'm looking for more powerful candles when I enter my trades. So let's just keep browsing through. There's plenty of opportunities out there, especially when you're working with a 15-second time frame. There's always something going on. And this looks pretty good. We had a nice green candle here, and looks like we may be closing on the red, but it's, we're not in the clear, and now it's starting to flip around. So yeah, it looks like it could be going indecisive, and sure enough, and I will not trade that. I will not enter a position. So we may get some stronger green candles through this trend here that's happening, and it looks like it could be tiring out. But yeah, it just doesn't know what it wants to do right now. So then in that case, I will go ahead and switch the chart. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It looks like we've got a little downward movement here. Good progression and good push to the downward side there. And now we have this green candle that has appeared. Now, what is that candle? What's it going to look like after the first 15 seconds? And now that's pretty healthy. So we got about 2 more seconds to go. And this is a little bit risky, guys. We got a big pullback on that green. I went ahead and entered anyway. We've got about 9 seconds to go. 6 more seconds. Nice, good push there. And 1 more second, and that is a win. Let's go back over to the trade manager, mark this as a win. And the next trade amount is under $1. So we can go ahead and call this session profitable. And I can just go ahead and reset. And let's go ahead and clear, or not clear out these sessions. What am I doing? So we're going to add another session that has been completed. We added the session counter on the last version 2.0. I'm actually working on a new version of the Trade Manager right now, and just adding new features for you guys to help you get profitable and stay profitable, just to make your life a little bit easier and also to help you prevent more losses. I'm always updating the Trade Manager, adding new features and options, just to make things go a lot smoother for you. The next trade amount, but before we enter the next trade amount, let's take a look at our balance. So now it's 502.69. So let's come over here. 502.69. Great. And so the trade amount, it's still 182. And so let's go ahead and just put that back. Great. And let's just go ahead and continue. Well, this looks pretty good. Let's see if this closes green. Overall, kind of a sideways. Looks like it's a little bit indecisive, guys, but it looks like it could turn around and keep going red on us. And that's okay. Let's see if this continues red. Maybe it's getting ready to change direction. So let's go ahead and wait this out. Yeah, it's starting to do the flippity flip. You see how it just goes back and forth? Ooh, we got some power there. Guys, should we do it? A little bit risky. So I went ahead and entered. Even though I wasn't 100% on this, guys, but we went ahead and entered anyway. We got a nice push to the upside. We're still not in the clear. We have about 4 seconds to go. 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds, and that is a win over here on the Trade Manager. We don't even have to mark this as a win because if I do, the trade amount's going to be too small. Now, why do I keep adding or resetting the session and adding another session that has been completed? Well, this is how it works. If you don't, if you've won the session, there's no reason to continue trading. If you've won the session, if you're in profit, you reset. You come down here, hit the reset button, or you can simply just, if you're using the phone, you can just come over here and select this little dash, and that'll clear out all your entries that you've made for each of the trades. And then so you just start over again. This is all you have to do. And even if you had, let's just say, maybe 10 losses, 9 or 10 losses in a row, you would still be covered with the Trade Manager because you only need to win whatever the amount that you place into the win trades box over here. So in the way I've set up the Trade Manager, I only need to win 2. 2 out of 11. The average win rate inside a pocket option across the board for every single trader, that's on pocket option. I want you guys to hear this. For every single trader that is trading on pocket option, everybody gets on average a 50% win rate. And the Trade Manager will tell you what win rate you have to get in order to make this session profitable. So I would only need an 18% win rate, right? If I set this up to win 2 out of 11 trades. And that's what makes this so powerful, because most of you have a much higher win rate than 18%. I'm pretty sure most of you do. I mean, even if I switch this to 3, now it's at 27%. And so you don't have to have a 90 or 95% win rate to become profitable if you have proper money management. And that's all I'm trying to let you guys know about. But not only the Trade Manager and all that good stuff, but also try the Zigzag strategy as well. Now, if you guys want to jump in and you want to be a part of our group, I have a website. This is fairly new, something that I have put together just for you. This is a way for you to discover the best tools and strategies for binary options and pocket option. It works across the board. You get access to not only the Trade Manager, but also many other spreadsheets that will help you so you can learn how to compound your earnings. And you can also see your projected earnings over the course of 30 days. And these are specifically designed for or to be used with the Trade Manager. You get hours of exclusive videos and videos about strategies. I'm adding new strategies all the time. Member submissions, members that have taken some strategies that we did on YouTube And they have taken those strategies and they have created a full-time income using those strategies, but they have tweaked a few things. Now, those tweaks and tricks and secrets, those are all inside of the private VIP. Now, I give away a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel, guys. You guys know that. If you've been following me I share so many strategies with you, but there are some things, those, I guess, secretive type things or whatever, those are inside of the private VIP group. And we've got ongoing member support. I think the number is going to reach closer to 800 active users at the time of making this video. I'm sure this is going to be much, much more. But we have an entire Telegram group community that you can follow. But many members were not profitable until now, until they have joined the group and until they have started using the trade manager. And you can see for yourself. If you go to the website, I will leave a link below this video, and you can go there and just read some of the testimonials and the feedback. Now, I'm going to add more to this list. This is not even a fraction of the screenshots and results that we have. There's many, many more. But you can trade on your own terms and anywhere in the world by using these strategies. What's great about this is that you can trade on your phone, although I do recommend a laptop or a desktop or something like that. But a laptop works just fine. And the great thing is you can take it with you if you're traveling or something, and you can trade and do all that there, wherever you go. You just need a Wi-Fi connection. So that's the website, guys. But the Zigzag strategy is just one out of many strategies that we talk about on this YouTube channel, which has been time and tested. It's just one indicator. Again, that's all you have to remember. 15, 15. Come over here, select the Zigzag indicator, set the time frame and the expiry, add a few OTC assets to your chart, and you guys are all set to go. I wish you the best of success, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.